What up, Space Fam? Goes in here from Anime Uproar, back at it again to discuss the latest and craziest developments in the One Piece story. Not only was Luffy's new bounty revealed, along with some other bounties, we also find out who the new Yonko are. All four of them, we find out more about Green Bull, and it's just all shocking. You guys will not believe this one. Oda definitely went out with a bang before his long break, so make sure to stay tuned for this one. If you do enjoy getting these early spoiler videos before the full translated pages come out and want to keep them coming, chill parking within and smash that like button with no mercy until it goes up in fireworks, like you're in the flower capital having a big party. Always be a smashing pirate king rather than a passing Orochi. Make this the video you join the Nakama by subscribing and hitting that notification bell to turn on all notifications, or you will miss future One Piece videos and updates. Now is not the time to be missing One Piece, so make sure you're subscribed. And now, without further ado, let's jump into it, spoilers and all. So let's go back and remember where we were at the end of the last chapter for a second. We had that amazing Oda tease where Apu straight up flashed the newspapers in front of Law and Kid, saying that news is out about what happened on Wano, and thus all the bounties have been published along with the names of the four new emperors of the sea, aka the new Yonko. It's so shocking what it turns out to be, but we'll get there. Don't worry, we'll get there. I'm just still so shocked. We also had Green Bull at the ending of the last chapter approaching Wano, and we saw that he had some kind of plant-based powers since he was using a flower on his back as a helicopter to fly. So there was the expectation that we'll learn more about him, and we do learn more about him in this one. So this chapter, chapter 1053, is called The New Emperors, a very straightforward but at the same time very hype chapter title. We're told that there's a color spread that's dedicated to the One Piece Odyssey video game. The reason that I do get pretty hyped about the games, even though I haven't been a big gamer recently, is that Oda usually designs new characters with new Devil Fruit powers for these games, which even if they are not technically canon, are always interesting to hear about, especially when Oda drew the design and came up with the bonus character himself. So in terms of this game, that's what I'll be on the lookout for more than anything else. Let me know if you're hyped about this game in the comments, and if there are any other One Piece games out there that you'd recommend for a One Piece stan to play. Back to the spoilers, and right away Oda goes big, delivering on one of the big things that was teased last chapter. But it surprised me, not gonna lie. We're told the new bounties of Luffy, Law, and Kid are out, and they are 3 billion berries each. How does that happen? The image of Luffy's wanted poster is also shown, and it's Gear 5 Luffy. Although don't get me wrong, I'm hyped that they have his sun god form on the poster. It just doesn't make sense to me. How does Luffy have the same bounty as Law and Kid? We saw how much the world government feared Luffy's awakening, and then he went on to beat the strongest creature by himself, while Law and Kid had to tag team Big Mom. And yet they each get 3 billion. It's even more confusing when we find out who the new emperors actually are. But again, more on that later because it's not revealed yet. For now, back to the actual bounties themselves, and I get why the total was 9 billion, since it's more than if you add Kaido's bounty of 4.6111 billion to Big Mom's bounty of 4.388 billion. Only slightly more, but still, it's cool how they add up to 9 billion after they overcome the other two Yonko, whose bounties add up to 8.991 billion. Oda definitely planned this, and I like it a lot, and I don't have a problem with the overall numbers when you add them together. What I don't get is why Luffy didn't get at least 5 billion while the others each got like 2 billion or something like that. Luffy's should be higher than Kaido's in my view, after all he beat him, but hopefully it'll make more sense when the full translated pages come out. Some of this stuff really got me to question more than ever whether these spoilers are legit, but Oro Japan has always been right about the spoilers every time I've seen them up till now, so it's unlikely that the info is incorrect. It's just going to be about whether Oda is good at selling it. Why do you guys think Luffy's bounty is the same as Law's and Kid's? Do you think they're trying to purposely downplay him so as not to attract more attention to the new era sun god? If so, it seems odd that they would use his Gear 5 picture. Another thought that came to my mind is that the news might be fake, but that hasn't happened yet so far in the story, so your guess is as good as mine at this point. Still, I am confused. Not sure how Oda is going to explain all this. We then find out that Hitetsu is revealed to be Kozuki Sukiyaki, aka former shogun of Wano and father of Odin. He was thought to be dead, so it's quite the twist, and again goes to show that dudes in masks usually aren't red herrings, but tend to be hiding something. We'll get more into this with the full translated pages review, which you should subscribe for so you don't miss it when it comes out, but something that immediately comes to mind is that now the internally young Momo could have help from his grandfather, who was also Shogun. So that would make his job a lot easier, and it's nice that he'll get to rely on his grandpa even if he tragically can't rely on his dad anymore. Robin, who people have been wondering about recently in the comment section asking where she is in the last few chapters, well, she is here, she does appear, and she talks to Sukiyaki and says that Pluton is in the land of Wano. A huge ancient weapon update. Unbelievable how much we're getting in one chapter. Pluton, aka the world's worst battleship, capable of destroying whole islands in a single shot, was set to sleep somewhere in Alabasta, and Crocodile was talking about it way back in the day. Now we may actually get to see it, and I wonder how it'll come into play. Would the Straw Hats actually switch ships? It's doubtful, but something has to happen with it. Let me know your thoughts. What is the fate of Pluton? Might the so-called world's worst battleship go to the world's worst criminal? I don't know, but the names would go well together at the very least. We now jump to Green Bull, whose name is revealed to be Aramaki, so it does seem like he is from Wano, since that's definitely a Wano name. He can create plants, no surprise there, and this is new, he can absorb people's nutrients from them. We see him using this against King and Queen apparently, another insane encounter that Oda just decided to throw into this jam-packed chapter. Can't wait to see this and in what condition King and Queen were in when Green Bull presumably bested them like this. There's a big party in the Flower Capital, there are fireworks, and if you want to participate, just hit that like button and you too will see the Wano fireworks. The least party guy, aka Kid, arrives at the party and shows Luffy the newspaper. And again, something crazy happens, truly crazy that almost feels like an April Fool's joke. It's revealed that the 4 new emperors are Shanks, Blackbeard, Luffy, wait for it, and Buggy. Yes, at this point, if Buggy D Clown is not a D Clan member, I'd honestly be surprised. I'm not gonna lie, I do love Buggy, and this is kind of amazing to see him with this title. It's clearly not out of nowhere in the sense that Oda did prepare us for this by making him a warlord first back in the day. Could the world government be trying to use him as a puppet? I'd like to think not, but you never know. I definitely can't wait to hear the reason for why Buggy became a Yonko. But again, the weird thing is, if Luffy is a Yonko now, clearly above Kid and Law, which we all expected, why would they have the same bounties as him? This chapter is definitely a real head scratcher, and I can't wait to find out more about this insanity right here. It's so funny, just Monday we discussed the first 8 episodes of One Piece in a podcast I do, link in the description, and how much we loved Buggy. And now, as if to answer that love, Oda gives us another crowning achievement of Buggy's. He did say he'd become Pirate King way back in those early episodes, and he's definitely on his way at this point. I love it too because he and Shanks were pirate apprentices together, and now they are Yonko together. It's wild, and yet I can never be upset when Buggy D Clown does epic things like this. But that is it for these insane spoilers. Is your mind blown? I feel like it has to be. Let me know your thoughts. Mine is definitely blown. If you did enjoy and want to keep the spoiler videos coming, channel the Buggy Within. That's like beyond Pirate King at this point. Like channel the Buggy Within and smash that like button with no mercy until it goes up in fireworks and your room becomes the Flower Capital. Always be a smashing Pirate King or a smashing Buggy, but never ever be a passing Orochi. Like, I'd rather you smash a dislike than pass like Orochi. Anyways, make this the video you join the Nakama by subscribing and hitting that notification bell to turn on all notifications, or you will miss future One Piece videos and updates. And as I said, now is not the time to be missing One Piece. I'm telling you. While you wait for the full translated pages review to drop, feel free to check out my huge and growing One Piece playlist that includes videos on all the Yonko, Warlord, Supernova, Mythical Zones, and much more. I can't even say them all, there's so much. Link to that is in the description, and I'll put the playlist on screen here as well. And until next time, see ya, Space Cowboys.